Warning, the message you are about to receive is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes. Nothing that is said here shall be held against me in a court of law. Nothing in this video is meant to disrupt your reality. This video is meant only to awaken that which you did not know. In Arizona, there is a place, a valley some call it, a canyon it is most commonly referred, grand in name, but mysterious in its history. At one point, the Grand Canyon was connected to Africa, and it is said that the road to Africa is through the Grand Canyon, that the quartz and sandstone that line the walls of the canyon can vibrate your physical, mental, emotional, and transdimensional self into the frequency of Egypt. As you traverse the inner workings of this maze, of this canyon, you will begin to see what the prophets have beheld. The sanctuaries, the structures, the mountains, the pyramids, the Sphinx are all present. America is Africa. America is Africa.
To make stir-fried tofu, you really have to slice it well. A nice clean slice in even proportions from butt to tip. Once you have nice portions of your tofu, you see that inner grain right there. You're going to cut right through that tofu skin. Never mind it, it's just a fuss. You can feed it to your grandbabies later. So when me and my hubby John go to the Parisian markets to source the finest tofu assortment, I always tell John we have to go for the very firm tofu that has been slightly firm. Oh, that one was a little slimy. And John just doesn't really like his tofu firm, but I tell him, John, if it's not firm, it's going to taste like yogurt and spoiled milk. John's such a funny guy. So, once you get all your, we eat everything in this household. You even take the tiniest of the tiny. Watch your fingers though. Wouldn't want to make an accident. So, once you have all your finest pieces, you arrange them in a way, and you just delicately chop them a little bit smaller, a little bit finer, because the key to the best pan-fried, stir-fried, whatever fried you fry it hide, tofu is small proportions so that the heat more evenly distributes. Because let me tell you, the water content in these things is just it's quite wild how much water it takes to make a tofu. So by chopping it up like this, once you get it in that oven, and you can't see it right now, but I have about 1/4 tablespoon of hot olive oil warming up in my pan. So to that, I'm going to, add my tofu. And, while the tofu is in there, you just give it about 5 minutes on its first side. Because you'll see the water release. And once that water release, oh, marvelous how brown and golden and crispy it gets. And then about after 5 minutes, I like to take my cute little silicone spatulas. Let me go grab those for you. So cute. And I just, I take my tofu and I flip it. Just like that. And about 5 minutes on the other side. And then I'll sprinkle a little bit of my favorite seasonings on there. I really like to give it a nice douse of salt. Just a little bit of salt on there. And then I like to take some fresh crushed black pepper. Just like that. And then to the tofu, I just add a little bit of my favorite peanut satay sauce. Most people would think it wouldn't work, but you should see the sugar once the heat hits it. And I give it a little stir in the pan. And voila! Pan-fried tofu. Would you like a bite?